Eagle, I'm Joleigh Cavanagh. Welcome to the first edition of From the Plains to the Pros. This is a weekly segment where I break down our favorite Auburn Tigers in the pros, whether that is in the NFL, NBA, or MLB. Jumping right into it, last week was the second week of the 2023 NFL season. Auburn had 27 active players on rosters, 5 practice squad members, and 1 player on injured reserve. This totals 33 former Auburn athletes in the National Football League. Thursday Night Football had a game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. It ended with the Eagles sealing the win by a score of 34-28. On the Eagles are 2 former Auburn Tigers. They are offensive tackle Jack Driscoll and punter Aaron Sippis. Unfortunately, after the game, Sippis was released from Philadelphia after 2 seasons and 2 games this season as their punter. He is now a free agent and looks to be signed by another team. On to Sunday, there were a total of 22 former Auburn players on our TV screens. This includes former Auburn captain and 2023 NFL draftee Derek Hall. In a 37-31 overtime win, Hall helps his team secure the win against the Detroit Lions. He had 2 total tackles and his first ever quarterback hit. He was able to get a hit on Lions quarterback Jared Goff on a crucial 4th down to stop the Lions from scoring. Linebacker Jamien Sherwood of the New York Jets had a career game. In his highest number of defensive snaps since his rookie season, Sherwood had a career-high 7 tackles and 1.5 stuffs. Although the Jets couldn't put out the win, a bright spot was Sherwood's performance. Staying in New York, wide receiver Darius Slayton of the New York Giants had one of the best performances of his career. He had 3 receptions for 62 yards. This included a 29-yard catch from quarterback Daniel Jones. He also had a clutch 18-yard catch during the final drive of the game in the 4th quarter with just 2 minutes left. His team ended up in field goal position, and this field goal ended up giving the Giants the W against the Cardinals 31-28. Tennessee Titans quarterback Roger McCreary showed everyone he should be a starter again. After starting every game last season, he was moved to a backup role to start the year. However, on Sunday, he started in place of injured quarterback Christian Fulton. He put on a show with 6 total tackles and 1 tackle for loss. He earned 4th in run defense for the week, having only allowed 1 catch on 3 targets and 14 receiving yards. In the NFL, there have been 43 NFL cornerbacks who have been targeted over 10 times, and McCreary is one of them. He has allowed the fewest yards after the catch by any of them and has the 6th lowest passer rating against. The Carlson brothers also had a successful Sunday. Las Vegas Raiders kicker Daniel Carlson completed a 47-yard field goal. Then his brother, Green Bay Packers kicker Anders Carlson, completed a 33-yard field goal and was 3 for 3 in his extra point attempts. Finally, on Monday Night Football, Pittsburgh Steelers nose tackle Montravius Adams put on a show. He had 3 total tackles and a forced fumble. He tackled Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson to force the fumble and let his team recover the ball. The Carolina Panthers also played on Monday night, which features star defensive end Derek Brown. He had 7 total tackles and 1 stuff on the night. But he made headlines for his actions after the game. It was said that Brown got into an altercation with Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas in the locker room. Now for your weekly injury report. Tampa Bay Buccaneers cornerback Carlton Davis III did not play in Week 2 and is questionable for Week 3 with a toe injury. Then Jonathan Jones of the New England Patriots also did not play in Week 2 and is questionable to play with a hamstring injury for Week 3. Before I leave you, I have a bit of news for Auburn in the NBA. Last week, former Auburn point guard Sharife Cooper signed a 1-year deal with the Cleveland Cavaliers. After being drafted 48th overall in the 2nd round to the Atlanta Hawks in the 2021 NBA Draft, Cooper has spent the past year playing for the Cavaliers' G League affiliate, the Cleveland Charge. In the G League, Cooper dominated. He was the 4th player in Cleveland Charge history to score over 900 points in a season, was named an All-Star for the first ever G League Next Up game, and was the first Cleveland Charge player to be named G League Player of the Month. After breaking all sorts of records in the G League, he's finally getting the chance he deserves in the NBA. That is all I have for you this week. Make sure to tune in next week with more Auburn in the Pros for Week 3 of the NFL season. I'm Joleigh Cavanagh. Back to you guys in the studio. War Eagle.